Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning, Veterans Day morning. Right now here at the studios, it is, let me give you an update on the temperature in case you're curious, 63 degrees. And the forecast looks pretty nice. There might be some fog out there right now. That's what it says here. That I don't see it through my window here, but sort of. Well, it looks overcast. It usually means there's fog out there. High temperatures today around 86 degrees, so nobody's complaining about that. Let's see, all week long, 87, 84, 77 is Saturday's high. Oh, Saturday, they're expecting some cool temperatures, huh?
Oh, nice.
Saturday and Sunday, cool temperatures. 54 degrees the overnight low on Saturday, and 52 the overnight low Friday night.
Ooh, so it's big blanket weather then.
Big blanket weather, yeah. My brother Tom is a veteran, so
yes, he is.
We stand and salute my brother Tom. My nephew Christopher is a veteran, so we stand and salute Christopher.
Galen's a veteran, Joe's a veteran, Joe Jr.'s a veteran. Wow.
Stand and salute them.
Yes.
I want to make sure we mention the people we know, and of course all of the guys who come in here on Thursdays. Hank Whittier, John Rose doesn't come in much anymore. Sergeant James Curley. I always call him Sergeant Curley.
Yeah, just Sergeant Curley.
Commander Curley.
Yeah.
Don Williams. I'm trying to think of all their names. I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's name. Mr. Sampson. I don't know Mr. Sampson's first name.
Yeah.
I think it's James. Is it James?
I think so. I think it's James.
Who am I forgetting? That normally comes in.
Yeah, he sits in for Hank all the time.
Oh, of course, Gary.
Gary
Pascal. Gosh, how could I forget Gary?
My mind was just a blank.
Anybody I'm forgetting? And of course, there's been so many veterans that have been part of that show. Maury Dean.
Yes, Maury Dean.
Thank you, sir, for your service. And just kind of remembering veterans this morning. There are a couple things I want to do. You know what I want to do first?
Thank you, Maury.
I have the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Forgive me for not knowing his name, but it didn't say it on the video.
Okay.
And when I looked it up, I thought, okay, I don't know which is which because there are two names for 2015. I guess they have one commandant per year. So I don't know which one this is. So forgive me for that. But here is a message to the Marines, and as well as all veterans, from the Commandant of the Marine Corps. This was just released either yesterday or this past weekend. Here it is.
Marines, as we approach Veterans Day this year, I'm reminded of all those Marines who helped me along the way. One in particular, Sergeant Bacon in 2nd Platoon Lima 3-4. Probably the best land navver I've ever seen, and as a platoon commander I knew I was always in the right place because Sergeant Bacon told me where I was. For him and for all our veterans, I thank you on this Veterans Day. I'd also like to reach out to all our more senior veterans and ask you to do the same thing for our new veterans as Sergeant Bacon did for me. Help them navigate the life that they have after the Corps. Reach out to our new vets and help them achieve the success that we know they're going to get.
Thank you, sir. And that's good stuff. You know, the one thing that is very troubling is when somebody claims to be a veteran and they're not.
Yes, very troubling.
I mean, if you're not, then you're contributing in a different way. There's nothing to be ashamed of. But at the same time, veterans, it's a special place in our society, and it needs to be. I mean, you need to be shamed if you have, said that you're a veteran and you're not actually.
Yes.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air and for waiting. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
And whether you're a veteran or not, or whatever you are, if you're an American, make sure that flag is flying today. That's the first thing I did this morning.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Very good.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you for that, Hugh.
I've got a small flag. I know, the dog. I've got a very tiny flag at my house. It's on my outside late.
So actually, what Hugh just did was give us one of the points I have here, the 8 ways to express our appreciation for veterans on Veterans Day. But before we do that, let me, I know this is kind of elementary. Most people know these things. But if you don't, here's some of the history of Veterans Day. Today, November 11th, known as Veterans Day, it was originally set as a U.S. holiday to honor Armistice Day, the end of World War I.
Right.
Which officially took place on November 11th, 1918. President Woodrow Wilson honored the first commemoration of Armistice Day with the following words, quote, "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations," unquote.
Gosh.
In 1954, Congress, at the urging of the Veterans Service Organizations, struck out the word armistice and inserted the word veterans with the approval of legislation that was passed on June 1st, 1954, making November 11th the day to honor American veterans of all wars. Between 1968 and 1975, Veterans Day was moved around on the calendar, sometimes even appearing on the last Monday of October. Finally, on September 20th, 1975, President Ford, Gerald Ford, signed a law which returned the annual observance of Veterans Day to its original date of November 11th.
Thank you, President Ford.
Beginning in 1978.
Thank you so much. Businesses still have off, so
Veterans,
bother them.
Is that right? Are banks closed today?
I don't know, but there are some people in our businesses in our community that are closed, like Marion County Senior Services, that kind of thing.
Veterans Day continues to be observed on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. The restoration of the observance of Veterans Day to November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day. There you go. So, I'll have another soundbite to play for you, and then I wanted to share with you the 8 ways that we can express our appreciation this Veterans Day. This next soundbite I have is from the Chief of Staff of the Army, General Mark A. Milley, and Sergeant Major of the Army, Daniel Daly. This is the Veterans Day message that they uploaded yesterday, if I'm right. Pretty sure this was just a day old when I got it. Here it is.
Veterans Day has both historic and patriotic significance, and today we thank our military veterans for their selfless service in America's armed forces.
More than 9 million Army veterans call themselves Soldiers for Life. These men and women built the foundation that has made us the greatest Army in the world, and each of us serving today are inspired by your legacy.
On behalf of the currently serving soldiers, thank you all for your service to our nation and keeping America safe and free.
Army strong!
Wow.
All right, so we had the Marines represented, we had the Army. Later on when we talk to Galen, we have the Navy represented. All right, so here are 8 ways to express appreciation on Veterans Day. Number 1, not in any order really, show up. We have a couple things going on today. Robin, do you have that information about the event going on today at the Veterans Park?
Yes.
So show up. Just show up. Go there. Attend the Veterans Day event in your area. Robin's going to tell you about the one we have right here. What is it? When is it?
Okay, it's this morning at 11 a.m. It's the official Veterans Day ceremony for the Veterans Park in Marion County. Almost 2,000 students from the public schools across Marion County will be there to participate. Music will be provided by the students representing Dr. N.H. Jones, South Ocala, Ward Highlands, Howard Middle, Dunellen High School, Forest High School, and Westport High School. Students from Hillcrest will lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Students will recognize veterans for their service and local families who have lost loved ones to military service. And then those families will present a memorial wreath in their honor. The Junior ROTC, which is the Reserve Officers and Training Corps units from Bellevue, Dunellen, Lake Weir, North Marion, Vanguard, and Westport High Schools will participate. The Hammett Bowen Junior Elementary School Color Guard will take part. The Ocala Police Department Honor and Color Guards will provide a military gun salute. They will post the colors for the ceremony. Pilots from the Leeward Air Ranch Warbirds, they will fly over the park. They will be in military formation. The public is encouraged to attend. There will be bleacher seating, lawn chairs, and other types of seating you want to bring from home is encouraged. So that will take place this morning at 11 a.m. at the Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. It's located at 2601 Southeast Fort King Street, Ocala, just right next to the Marion County Public Library headquarters. So
nice.
11 a.m. Get there early. Of course, Les Muncaster will be there with the Kingdom of the Sun.
All right, so one of the big things to do is show up. That's what you show up for in our community. We have some more to tell you about when we come back. And again, this is Veterans Day. If you are a veteran, thank you for your service. We stand and salute you. This is your day. And you have given us the freedom to say what we say on this radio show and everything else we do in this life. We'll take a break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Low clouds and areas of fog will give way to partly sunny skies today in this Veterans Day holiday with a high of 85. Tonight will be mainly clear with lows ranging from the upper 50s and a few inland spots to mid to upper 60s along the coast. Tomorrow mostly sunny and quite warm, high 84 to 88. For Friday, plenty of sunshine and pleasant, the high 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
There's nothing we can do to make a long commute shorter or to make traffic move faster, but long and stressful commutes are linked with job burnout, so more strained relationship at home. Drink more green tea. I do every day. It contains an antioxidant called EGCG, which keeps the germs that cause the flu and pneumonia from entering our system. People seated in tall chairs earmarked more money to go to savings and spent more frugally.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. We are Force. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
We are Force.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Veterans Day. We just had an idea during the break. Are you ready? So the first thing to do this Veterans Day to express appreciation to a veteran is to show up. And Robert just told you about the event today in Ocala where you can show up at the Veterans Park at 11 o'clock this morning.
Mm-hmm. That's when it starts, so get there earlier.
Get there earlier than that. But it's almost 8 already, so you got time to shower, shave, right, put on your new shoes or your old shoes.
Bring your children.
So the second thing is to donate. Now, here was the idea we had. We have this idea. Sacrifice a vice for a veteran. Support your favorite vets by skipping your daily soda, etc., whatever, cigarette, whatever your vice is.
Yeah.
Just don't have one today. Just skip. Instead of that $1.29 you pay for a soda.
Yep. Whatever vice you pay for.
Take that $1.29.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you pay for a vice.
Whatever vice you pay for.
Sacrifice a vice for a veteran. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then where should we put it?
Well, I would bring it to Vets Helping Vets. So you pick your own vets organization, whatever you think, whichever organization you would like to support. Mine is Vets Helping Vets.
Yes.
It may not seem like a lot, but can you imagine if everybody said, you know what, that's a good idea. Instead of drinking a soda today that costs $1.29, $1.69, or whatever it could be, or $2, you take that $2 down to Vets Helping Vets or to the Wounded Warrior Project or to, the American Legion or to one of the VFW halls. Yeah. Yeah, just take. I would do local. I would stay local.
Yeah.
You know.
And Hank Whittier will be in tomorrow with Veterans Helping Veterans between 9 and 9:30 is their show. And if you want to come over here and make the donation, then that would be most appreciated.
But can you imagine? I mean, if everybody did that, all these organizations, and see that I would do the due diligence that you need to do as a contributor to anything, and know, well, which ones do you really believe are doing what they say they're doing?
Yeah.
Well, I happen to know that Vets Helping Vets does what they say they do.
Mm-hmm.
We used to work in the same building as they do. We don't anymore, but I used to come in, and I've told the story many times. I used to show up at work very, very early, as I still do.
Yes.
In the dark, as I still do.
Yep.
And Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets would be there already. Mm-hmm. He got there earlier than me. And he would be in the parking lot, meeting with some vets who are homeless or struggling, and exchanging bags of groceries from his car and putting them in their car.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know that they do what they say they do. I know that they do what they say they do because I have been witness to stories upon stories of guys and ladies who had fallen on hard times, who had some kind of post-traumatic stress disorder and just didn't even recognize it or didn't get it diagnosed, whatever. And so these people who had been contributing to our society in so many different ways prior to their service, now they were, working as truck drivers and sometimes snapped. Mm-hmm. And ended up sleeping in tents in the woods and were homeless. And when they were discovered, when somebody would say, hey, this is a vet in the woods, can you help him? Guess what Hank would do and his guys? They would walk into the woods. Mm-hmm. They would go to the tent. They would say, hey, anybody in there? And the guy would come out, yeah, what's the matter? Am I breaking the law? No, you're a vet, right? Yeah, I've served in Vietnam. I served in Afghanistan. I served in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're Vets Helping Vets. We want to help you. And I've heard stories, and you can ask them to go to the details, but some of these guys had nothing. Then were put back on their feet. We give them the encouragement, and the work that they do over at the VA is not just physical health, it's also mental health. And it really, 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 they really do what they say they're doing, and they can't do it without money. So if you sacrifice a vice is just anything, like a habit. That's all it is. And
yeah.
A lot of people associate vice with prostitution and things like that. But a vice is a cigarette. A vice is a soda. A vice is a daily cookie. Whatever it is, your daily vice.
Or instead of getting 2 cheeseburgers, get 1 and
sacrifice half your vice.
Sacrifice that.
Sacrifice half your vice. So anyway, here's 8 things you can do to appreciate veterans today. Number 1, show up. Number 2, donate.
Mm-hmm.
Find the organization you believe in and donate. As Hugh pointed out, number 3, fly the American flag and do it correctly.
Yes.
Number 4, ask someone about their service. There you go. Ask someone you know who's a veteran about their service. What did you do? What was it like? And don't presume Just listen. Let them talk.
Mm-hmm.
How long did they serve? What was your favorite moment? I'll never forget when Hank was talking to the guys on the Veterans Show, and I guess that day they were all Vietnam vets. And he asked them to recall something that sticks out in their mind about their service in Vietnam. And not one of them brought up anything combat related.
Mm-hmm.
They all brought up things like, oh gosh, I can remember the sunrise one morning. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or I can remember, and some of them had been wounded. Sergeant Curley,
mm-hmm.
I think he was wounded twice. And there was a gentleman who has since passed away. There's been a few of them who've since passed away. Some of them tragically, by the way. You might remember Don Harrison, who died in a tragic motorcycle accident. What a great contributor to our community he was. And there was another gentleman who owned the Ink Solutions.
Oh yeah, yes, Ink Solutions.
Business.
Yes.
And I think his name was Ron, right?
Yeah, Ron.
And he was wounded so severely, but you would never know it. Had such a great demeanor,
mm-hmm.
as did Don Harrison.
Oh yeah.
So ask somebody about their service. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey.
Yeah, Ron from Ink Solution was a great to the vets. He'd only hire vets too.
Yes, that's exactly right.
If you were a vet and he had a position, that job was yours.
That's
he was
right.
Just always, he was in a networking group I was in, and he used to stand up, and he was such a support for the veterans in our community. I was wondering, I don't know, last night during the debate, and I didn't hear too many of the candidates talking about veterans. I think Donald Trump was the only one that mentioned them, and I thought with Veterans Day being today, they would have been
You would think so.
more
Yeah.
involved
Yeah.
with that. And I was wondering if it was just me that thought that, or, if you guys noticed that too.
Yeah, no, I did notice that. I was wondering, let's see, I'm trying to think, are any of them vets at all?
I don't know. Donald Trump, always, says they're close to his heart, and he's going to do this and that for them. But I really haven't seen too many of the other ones step out and go on that platform, But
No.
anyways, I thank all the vets for what they've done, for us to keep us safe, so we can do everything we do every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, Huey said Trump went to the Naval Academy.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Okay. You guys take care.
All right. Thank you, Linda.
Bye now. Bye.
So we're talking about the things you can do as ways to express your appreciation this Veterans Day. To talk to somebody about their service. Write to somebody. Send a postcard or an e-card. You can send an e-card. They're all over the place. Just say Happy Veterans Day to a vet. Simple as that. Thank you for your service. It doesn't take but half a minute. It takes 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
The next thing they do, now this is from the Veterans Administration, by the way. This is where I'm getting this from. Don't confuse Veterans Day with Memorial Day. Veterans Day is a time to thank those who are serving or have served and are still with us.
Yes.
Memorial Day is when we reflect and remember those who lost their lives in service to their country.
Right.
Confusing the two or combining the two diminishes the importance of both. Okay?
That's right. Exactly. Today is Veterans Day.
Nevertheless, my dad did not die in service, but he was a vet. And
That's right.
I would say no problem saluting somebody who has passed. I don't see any reason why not.
Saluting in memory.
If you have a chance to visit a VA hospital, this is one good day. I'm sure that you could do it any day. Find out what the policies are at your nearest VA hospital for interacting with patients or volunteering, and spend the day with a veteran. Many VA facilities will have events today or a special lunch that you can help them out, volunteer in some way. Even if you never interact with a veteran, helping at a facility is a way to give back.
Yes.
And finally, this would have to be somebody who you are related to. It says, get outdoors with a veteran. Invite a veteran or a military family to explore a national park. I'm going to give you a list of some of the things later at 11 o'clock that are free to vets today. And in fact, I think some of them are all month.
Yes.
But anyway, go fishing with somebody or just spend some time. Can you imagine what that would be like? Just say, hey, want to go fishing?
Yeah, share the day.
Hey, you want to go to the mall? I mean, hey, you want to go for coffee?
Yeah.
And else. Anyway, so those are some of the suggested things that you can do to show appreciation this Veterans Day. We have later on in the show a guest coming on, and he had worked with Schwarzkopf, Norman Schwarzkopf.
Yes, they were best buds.
And I just real quickly wanted to read through the list of America's most beloved veterans. And when I read this list, you know how it is on the internet that the people will comment underneath the article?
Oh, yes.
So there were so many people who were left off of this list, it almost seems unfair to even read the list at all.
Oh, okay.
But Norman Schwarzkopf is on the list of the most beloved veterans in America. And so it is quite an honor that we have Gus Lee coming on later on to talk about his book with Schwarzkopf. Do we have that book?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
Well, we'll be giving Life Lessons of the Bear. So we will be talking about the book and giving it away later on when we have a chance, okay? Now this line is ringing. I don't know if I should answer it. I got 1 minute left, so.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a little break and be right back as we remember our veterans. We thank our veterans, I should say.
Yes, we do.
And thank you for your service if you are a veteran.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Low clouds and areas of fog will give way to partly sunny skies today in this Veterans Day holiday with a high of 81 to 85. Tonight will be mainly clear with lows ranging from the upper 50s and a few inland spots to the mid to upper 60s along the coast. Tomorrow mostly sunny and quite warm, high 84 to 88. For Friday, plenty of sunshine and pleasant, the high 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts. The fourth GOP debate has candidates squaring off with each other more than with the panel. Ohio Governor John Kasich and Donald Trump butt heads on deporting illegal immigrants.
Come on, folks. We all know you can't pick them up and ship them back across the border. It's a silly argument.
We have no choice if we're going to run our country properly and if we're going to be a country.
The debate hosted by the Fox Business Network and the Wall Street Journal. 60 million Americans in the path of some turbulent weather today.
Severe thunderstorms across parts of the Midwest, including Iowa, Missouri, into Illinois. But also severe weather risk will exist even farther south into parts of Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, and East Texas.
Center forecaster Jared Geyer, and a big snowstorm expected for Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and Kansas. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Chip, I know we made believers out of those who thought there was no such thing as a free ride. No interest on most new Fords for 72 months? Well, Ford Lincoln of Ocala and Village Ford of Bellevue is sweetening that terrific deal even more.
Really?
How about free fuel for a year?
Free fuel for a year?
Simply visit FordofOcala.com or MyVillageFord.com, schedule a test drive of any vehicle on the lot, and you become automatically eligible to be chosen to receive free fuel for a year.
That's just another great reason to shop for your next car, truck, SUV, or crossover at Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue.
Aside from being eligible to receive free fuel for a year, the very best reason to buy from Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue is the selection, and of course, the price.
That's right. You don't have to wait for a holiday or, quote, sales event at Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue. Every day's a sale day.
Where have I heard that before?
Fuel for a year eligibility requires valid licensed driver over 21. 1 entry per person per household. Must complete test drive. Fuel for a year winner will receive preset amount of $1,200 in the form of a service station